That's it. Okay, so still we're using the same book, Bodhisattva Way of Life, or Shantideva text. It's chapter 6, right? Patient practice. And then I think we are on stanza 66. Do you think? Yeah. Yeah, I think it is the 66. Okay. I thought it's just finished. 65. Yeah. Actually, the 64 and 65 is kind of important stanza. Has a very good advice for us to how to be patient with when we have problem with the family and religious, right? So I think we finish it, but again, one more time, let me repeat it. So the stanza 64, it says, shouldn't be have any anger, whatever happening with your religious and things of religious, right? Say directly, thank you very much. Directly here, words are saying, you have the text, what the 64 said.
Yep. 64, just
Yeah.
64.
Just 64.
Should others talk badly or even destroy holy images, reliquaries, and the sacred Dharma, it is improper for me to resent it, for the Buddhas can never be injured.
Okay, so any holy object in the holy Dharma, so is there something someone destroy or burning, whatever they done? Number one, you shouldn't have anger, right? That's the saying. It's not just saying let them do it whatever they like it. It's not really said that, but control your anger. There are no reason to have anger because Buddha will never enjoy it. So the interesting question related with it, I went to retreat with the Tibetan youth. So one of the young, I think he looks like a 16 or 15-year-old. He asking me, what should I do? So I saw the Buddha, the statue is on the ground. And then if I'm just leaving at the ground, not put it at the high level, some kind of high place, I will have negative karma. That's why I said it. If I do that, then my parents get angry. So what I need to do, save my parents angry or let them have angry and put Buddha at a high level. So, so that's, my answer was, like I say, put Buddha in the ground, not let them anger, save their anger. So, do you understand what it's really meaning? Right? It's already said it here, Buddha never enjoyed it. So, living at Buddha's ground is, it's not like not creating negative more than let them having angers, right? The having anger is like the main cause of creating negative karma. It means let them have having negative karma, which brings you long-term suffering, right? So living Buddha's ground is no problem compared with it. So, and also I added here the example we had long time. Someone saw Buddha statue on the path when they said to Ampulvit to monastery, and they saw the Buddha statue in there, and then a little bit raining. Then someone think, oh yeah, Buddha is raining, and then so Buddha is getting more. Where it is built by what called the mud. It could be destroyed. Therefore, they saw the one shoes and put in the Buddha hat. Motivation is saving the Buddha statue. And then next people come, oh, who does this? Who did that? Put shoes in the Buddha hat. It's really negative karma. They put it back, the shoes. Both are equal, same right. So because of motivations, there's nothing wrong there, right? And the part side the Buddha, as said, never enjoyed. And but as well as they have a strong good motivation, that's changed. So therefore I said, okay, leave it the ground, save your parents' anger. Again, I made it like related, but this is the not answer for every time, right? Save anger is not always do that. So, and then I have to make some rest of another question which is related with it. And I said, okay, if your parents having anger, not killing the mosquito, then let them have anger. Don't kill the mosquito. This is comparable. Anyhow, it's going to wrong, but we have to choose what's more danger things, not let them protect from them, which is having more danger. Killing mosquito having more suffering than just having anger at the moment, right? So this is comparable. That's we need to know. And then also the related with this, also we have anger, easily having anger when someone criticizes or blame to your own religious, also your own view. So, and then it's still here saying there's no reason to have anger, right? So every single religion are talking us compassion, talking us not have anger, but we are having anger for it. So this is not really practical. So therefore, even someone criticize your religion is not going to down. So, but shouldn't have anger. But again, one more time repeating, it's not saying that we shouldn't protect it. Okay. So this part is important for me to know, because oftenly we having anger with our own view, our own exceptions, our own holy things. It's when it's my religious, my holy object, and then my and me and my, right? Anything you related to mine, and then something happening with it, it's cause you have anger. So therefore, there are no reason to have anger, said it. Clear? You have any question on that?
Well, I guess when you say that you should protect it, could you explain what you mean when you say you should protect it?
You should protect whatever you like, say your own religions, your own practice. So protecting, regarding here, already said it like a Buddha Dharma, how we protect Buddha Dharma. Protecting Buddha Dharma is you should training very well. This is the best way to protect Buddha Dharma. Instead of going outside of talking, instead of going outside of fighting, it's not really protecting Dharma. It's ruining Dharma, right? So go outside and talking a lot. Everyone is not accepted. It's more criticized, having more criticized. So if you not look at the perfect person or perfect time, and then also to go outside for fighting for religious, of course, it's ruining the Dharma, right? So therefore, if you really want to protect Dharma, you should do practice perfectly. That's the perfect protecting the way to Dharma, right? So it says in world, everyone has the practicing Dharma. Everyone's practicing Dharma, but if you are not practicing Dharma, then it's decreased Buddha Dharma into you. Even in world, it's like everyone do practice, but it could be you are so I'm thinking my English translation. We say Sangye Demba Nupa. Nupa means like it's decrease or it's more decreasing. Yeah, it's decreasing. So the Dharma decreasing means not that everyone not doing practice. Dharma decreasing means once you are not to practice, this Dharma decreases to you. When Dharma decreases to you, then Dharma decreases forever. That's the say. Clear?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah, and then related with the next line, also is good, important. 65. Or please can you read for me?
I should prevent anger arising towards those who injure my spiritual masters, relatives, and friends. Instead, I should see, as in the manner shown before, that such things arise from conditions.
Okay, so that's what it says. So how much we are creating negative action for protecting our family, for protecting my friends, for protecting my teacher, or like whoever related with me, whoever who you really love to. So how much you're creating negative karma for them, right? So sometimes you lies for them, sometimes you're fighting for them, right? And then sometimes you harms to other for them. All this you doing harming others for them is you creating negative karma, right? And who is holding this negative karma? I'm talking about Buddhism, okay? So who's holding this negative karma? Are they holding negative karma or you are holding negative karma? Right? And then you are holding negative karma. Whoever you help them, they are not holding that negative karma. And the holding means what? That you will have the result of that karma. Only you will have experience of result of karma. None of them. Right? So is this really smart? Is this really protecting them? Either way, even you are creating negative karma, it's not good for them also, right? So because it's kind of like someone paying you and do some kind of wrong, like a bad job, like bad things to do it. I'm paying you to drink alcohol. I'm paying you to kill others. I'm also a little bit involved to whatever you take actions. So therefore, you're creating negative karma for them. Is they are also involved a little bit having that kind of negative karmas because they are the cause and condition to let you do that. So it's not good for them. It's not good for you. So therefore, whatever situations, never create a negative karma. At the number one here said never have anger. Okay, this is the first one. Shouldn't have any kind of anger, whatever done with your own relative or whoever belongs to you or whoever connected with you. So never have anger for them, right? And then once you do not have anger for them, and it will not have negative karma for them. This is it's more smart to saving self and others. So, but this is one of very common, and so many of them, it's right thing to do it. It's so there are nothing wrong to doing protecting. I can lie for someone. I can lie to someone to protect someone, right? So they think there's right thing to do it. But regarding Buddhism, it's a wrong thing to do it because it harms to both, harms to everyone. Of course, it's directly harms to whoever you lied. That person is directly harms. And harms to you because you create a negative karma and having suffering. Harms to them because they are caused the condition to let you do that. So it's harms for everyone. So, but still they have a best solution there. There another solution there how you protect. Of course, we should protect to ourselves and others and all whoever connected and related with us. We should protect. We should take responsibility on protect them. But the way to protecting is the going wrong. That's the saying. If you do something having anger or negative karma for them, it's a wrong way to protect because it's not benefit for all of us. That's the saying it. So you understand? Okay. So therefore, I just briefly repeated this line, which is important part. Okay, now actual hour, we're going to start from verse 66. From here, it's talking about, we have a three kind of patience practice, right? So the one kind of patience practice, accepting suffering, the being patient with the accepting suffering. This is one. I think we've done it. And then the other one is disregarding harm done to you. Patience of disregarding harm done to you, right? Patience of disregarding harm done to you. So that's the here we're talking it. So disregarding harm done to you means like you are not really thinking on its harms to you. You know, disregarding means here you shouldn't be think even like someone harms to you. You don't think it's harms to you. What should I think then, right? So, okay, now this is the point. You shouldn't think it harms to you, and then giving reason here, how and why. Then you think it. Okay, so actually, why I shouldn't think it's harms to me, and Lamrim said it like a very good reason on here is saying, if you think it's harms to you, you are adding more suffering on that, top of that. Whatever you're suffering right now, whatever you suffer right now, and thinking on like a harming, this is harming by others, it's harms to me. It's more adding extra suffering on by your mental. And then also, what says, if you do not think it harms to you, and whatever you're suffering, the amount, that much you will suffering, but no more than this. And it could be your suffering having more lighter. So that's the Lama decided to reason, main reason why I shouldn't think it harms to me, right? It means disregarding means that, right? Disregarding. Okay, so then simple example. Yeah, it's the parents or teachers calling to student. It's some kind of harming actually. It's making them uncomfortable or sad or worried or nervous or scaring them, right? It's some kind of harm. But from the student side, it do not think it's like, oh, it's harming me. It's more training me. So instead of harming me, if they think it's harming me, then of course it harms, and then having more negative continuously to self and others, right? So they will see more negative that teacher, and whatever the teacher do, then they see negative. Once they see everything is negative, how they can learn from their teacher? No way to can learn from their teacher, because it's every time thinking it's not good teachers, or like a wrong motivation, or they're adding a lot, right? Once you see one person is bad, then you are adding a lot. You are describing more than what is reality. So therefore, so once time you see that teacher is bad, then of course it's impossible to you can learn from that teacher. And but instead of like it harms to me, it's calling me, say, or it's training me. It's you are not really thinking it's harming me, right? But both are right. It's training to you. Isn't that right? It is right, right? It's training to you. Why not you think it then? It's training me instead of harming me. It's you will have more benefit. That's kind of example saying here, don't think it's harm to me. And every single things, whatever you feel it is harm to me, have something, another way to think it. Also, it's not just making up. It's not just it's not just imaginations, or it's just not just made it up. It's also have a good reason to think, but they might have a perfect reason to think that. So, do you have any example that really harms to you?
Not harms to me. Suppose there's a child in a class and you see the teacher is, the child can't think, oh, I'm being trained, and this isn't really harming me. And the teacher is, let's say, if I would observe, like squashing the creativity, saying you must do it this way. So, and I have a feeling like I want to put, the teacher may mean well, but where it's coming from.
Which okay, when the child that you're talking about, right?
Well, let's say I was observing a teacher, or even saw that a child walked out of the classroom looking sad because he thought he loved his picture and was not drawing them realistically, just being free, and yet the teacher said, I want you to draw flowers in red, leaves green. And then I hear this, and the child comes out of the classroom. What to do then? Do you understand how that, I could see that as harming a child?
Your example is the child is drawing anyhow, right? So then teacher said, okay, you have to draw the flower and leaf green, something like that.
Yeah.
So, but how it harms?
Well, it's not, an adult could say, it's not really harming me, it's training. But a little child, let's say.
Or the child cannot think, that's what you meant saying?
Yes, they won't be able to think that way.
Yeah, that's true. But right now I'm not talking to little child, I'm talking to you. Of course, once I get a chance to talk to a little child, I will never do these things. I'll never say this thing. Or I will explain better way. So, of course, we all know that they cannot think. Because only they want is like hang around, only they want to sleep, only they want the video game. And when we said it's like don't play it, they feel it harms, right? But now I'm saying not in every single children's, right? So many of them, they feel it harms. But when the parents explain it, they understand. And when they grow up, then never resentment there. Because at the moment they explain it, they understand, and then therefore it's not having resentment.
If the parent explains.
Yeah, of course we need to explain it there, right? Yeah, so then children, different way to explain it actually, yeah. Okay, so therefore now we are talking that patients of disregarding harm done to you, it's like a. Okay, so why not we go with this each verses, and then we'll learn something from there, right? So verses 66, George, can you help me to read it?
Since embodied creatures are injured by both animate beings and inanimate objects, why only bear malice to the animate? It follows that I should patiently accept all harm. Okay.
So, so now we'll analyze on that. Okay. So it's it's someone harms to me, like I say, what do you call it? Like it says like animate beings and inanimate being, inanimate object. So which is harmful, like say someone hits by stick to you, right? The stick itself is inanimate things, and then person who is to is animate beings, right? But we are right away to having anger to the beings instead of stick. So both are harms to you as equally same. Why to being? That's why we need to, one thing we need to analyze it. And even being, there are animal beings and human beings. They're two things. So we are more easily forgive to animal beings, but human beings, very difficult to forgive it. Also strong having anger or immediately have anger when human beings, some human being harms to you instead of the animal beings harm to you. Why is it? right? And then also, which is very difficult to say to me, natural disaster, right? So it's harmed by natural disaster and then human being. So compare these two, we're having more anger to the human being, not the natural disasters, right? Why only the human being we having anger separately and more strongly? Why? Because it's all these things harms to us equally, same things. Sometimes natural disasters are harming more stronger than human being. So then why we have anger for only human being? That's the we need to analyze. What do you have answer for that? Why only human being? Yes.
I sometimes think that as human beings we can relate to one another, and so as a almost form of respect and love and kindness, you feel like you shouldn't injure someone else, or you shouldn't do something harmful to someone else, versus when something happens in nature, we understand that, you know, those things are, if you will, not sentient. They're not thinking per se specifically about us. It just happens. But with human beings, we can communicate with one another,
Yeah.
and so we should be able to express love, not.
Yeah, understand. That gives us excuse, right? In other words, why not animal beings then? So we strongly having anger to the human being, not to animal beings, right? So even animal, like a dog's bite to you, how you reacted. Human slap to you, how you reacted. So it's more stronger to a human being, right? They both are same being, but still you might say human being has a more ability to think. But every single human being is not. Human being can be like an animal being. Isn't that? What is different, animal being and human being? Human being exactly act like an animal being, exactly think like animal beings, right? They are not using all this their capacity and capable. Many of human beings there, that they are not using their own capable and capacity, right? They act like animal beings. What is different than animal being? Then you can forgive this as a human being who you think is like animal beings. But we cannot think that, right? Still we cannot think why. Because our expectations, right? So how we expect it, so they should think, they shouldn't do that. This is our expectations. But the reality is it is out of our expectation. Is they are not really thinking exactly how we want it, right? So they are not exactly doing it how we want it. So this is our expectations cause them have more anger strong to the human being, because that's what we think it, but every human being is not like that, right? So every human being is not a gentle way to think it, not nice way to think it. Every human being is not always positive. That's what we wish actually. We just praying and generate compassion always to wish that every single human being be nice, equanimity mind. All this we wish, but reality we know it's not really as like that. So therefore, then you can also treat that human being who really harms to you as like an animal being, and then reduce your anger. Is this worked? But for animal it's worked, right? But human beings still not worked. You not really thinking strongly the comparing with all these things, right? So, but if you think more and more, analyzes, you will have that kind of thought. Okay, now this human being act like an animal being, and yes, I should. How I forgive to the animal being, same as like I can forgive to the human beings. So it's depend on training, right? If you do not have training, you just follow the natural mind, then your expectation is there always. They should respect you. No way. No way that everyone can respect you. They're impossible, right? They're impossible. Even they respect you, but your perspective respect is different. And you don't think it's respect to you. There are many possibilities which is not respect to you. Could be like they don't know. Could be they are respecting, but you are not, it's different way to respect it. Could be they act like animal beings, right? So, and then all these things, and then try to reduce your anger when human beings harms to you. So one more time repeating, that analyzes the logic. Say stick hit, you remember that when a stick hits to you, immediately we go to the human, not the real source, not the directly which harms to you. The directly which harms to you is stick. It's touch to your body. Which touch to your body is stick, right? Sticks touch to your body. Why shouldn't it have anger to stick? That is it. Okay, there's a hand there. And why not to hand then? Okay, their intention there. Why not to intention then? Why the person? Right? And the intention is also comes from that some kind of negative emotion. Intention could become from anger. Intention could become from desire. So that kind of like a source is inside the human being, which is not always manifested. Once it's manifested, they act totally different, right? When people get angry, they act totally different than normal, right? So therefore it says, this is the main source. If you really want to show anger, not the person, not the stick, not the hand, go to the source, which is the anger of that person. You have 100% right to show to anger to this person's anger. You really want to show anger, right? The persons shouldn't have anger, but the point of that help you to reduce your anger, because you will see having anger to that person's anger is not really practical. So therefore, ultimately, you will not have anger. This analyzes a lot of help to us. And this is same as like a comparing what do you call animate beings and inanimate things are same, equal, same. That's the same. Okay. So even now here, even person intentionally harms to you, they still, you can think it's not harms to me because of this is analyzed. That's how you analyze it, right? Yeah.
So to train your mind, when someone does that, what do? You just keep, if someone does that, you say, oh, they could be like an animal and try and.
Yeah, in things in your mind to try to reduce your anger, right?
Yeah.
And then this is analyzed, okay, this is not the hand, not the stick, not the person, and really sources their person's anger, and then their really sources their ignorance.
Do you do that while it's happening or before in meditation, or how do you actually train your mind?
But training your mind is every day.
Yeah.
Every day you have to train it, and then of course it will come. Right? That's oftenly happening with us. So every day you train your mind to think, even you do not have anger right now, even if someone not there causing you to have anger, but you can imaginationally thinking again and again, and then it's become more your mind's habit. And once it's happening, someone yelling you, immediately you can think, oh, it's not good to have anger. It's depend on daily practice, yeah. So that's why I usually say, don't wait until you have anger, right? Then it's not help, yeah. Okay, so now even this is directly harming you by intention, by still, you can think it's not harm to me, right? By thinking this all logic, to excuse and forgive the person, it's not that person, right? Judy, what do you want to say?
Yeah, a couple of things, I think. I was thinking also that, if one believes in karma, you can think that it's your own karma, that you've done this in the past, and now it's coming back to you.
Yeah, it comes next. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And then I was also thinking that, I can also think that have compassion instead of anger. This person can't help what he's doing. It's his karma. It's it's something that he's planted the seed for.
This is the part of difficulty things. to instant of anger to having compassion. This is the point we need it. Therefore, all we do in practice to having compassion to others instead of anger. This is training, right? This is training. This is the main practice, our main practice to doing that. But if you do not do every day, slowly, then it never changes because it's very difficult to change it. Therefore, yesterday I told to someone, say, okay, reducing anger, right now you have like a 10-degree angers, and then after 5 years, you have an 8-degree angers. This is good. That much we should expect it because it's not immediately. It's because we are, we cannot train like a forcible way, right? So it's also, you think, extra suffering. But a gentle way to eliminate that, day by day, time by time, and then after 5 years, 2 degree minus will be 2 degrees goes down of anger. This is good sign, right? This is that much you should expect it. It could be more than that, but that much you should expect it when you do practice. The result, because the doing practice is much difficult than saying it. It's definitely difficult, right? So okay. So yes.
I think the important thing about anger is recognizing that it's so quick.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think these processes that we're learning or teaching ourselves
Mm-hmm.
is to recognize, to try to break it down and to not let this reflex reaction of anger come up.
That's true.
Whatever technique works,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's
that's
the
true.
logic of the stick,
Or karma, whatever you think it, yeah.
Or compassion, or it gives you that time.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you a little bit of time to not have that quick reaction.
That's true. That's true. So, and then you shouldn't meditate on anger. So that's what we do. That's just the biggest problem with us. So if you do more meditate on anger, that much your anger is increasing and developed, right? And developing means even like a small reason you will have anger. That much you can develop it, right? So the way beginning when we were a child, we do have anger, but not that much strong. But the continuously meditating on anger again and again and again, and then when you grow up, sometimes there are no reason to have anger, just comes up. That much makes your habit stronger with your mind. Even there's a reason, then no need a big reason. Even small reason, say, I move this cup to here. So then giving anger. This is not really have anger, right? So this makes you cause anger strongly. That much we developed it. And then, so that's the reason is meditating on anger instead of patience. Now we need to change it, meditate on more patience instead of anger. So do you know how you meditate on anger? How much and this is more analytical meditation. You are analytical meditate on anger. Do you know how to do that? How you are doing it? We are doing it. Of course we are doing it. So let's say, again, take example like someone use harsh words to you, right? So when you're driving on the way and someone shows like bad fingers to you, and immediately you get anger, right? Or hanging, someone hangs to you, immediately you get anger. And after that, what do you do? Afterwards you have anger, then what do? You use a lot of thinking on that. How bad that person is. Why they did it me. Then you are adding a lot of cautioning. And then keeping that kind of cause of anger with you again and again. Or developing that reasons are. You're giving more reason to develop your anger. So how bad is, why, and how, a lot of questioning to yourself. How much you're questioning, that much you're analytical to cause of anger. How much you analyze on cause of anger, that much your anger is remaining and getting more stronger. That's why I said meditate on anger. Analytical right? So this is like one small things like a hanging, and there are some big reason. Of course, you will not forget month and years. You keep reflecting months and years, right? So, and then how much you reflect it, that much your anger is increasing, developed, and making more habit of your mind. Once it become a habit, very difficult to remove it. And once it become habit, it's manifest often, again and again. And as I said, small reason to moving cup here to there makes you, cause you have anger.
How do you meditate on patience? You never knew the meditation. Do you?
That's all the analyzing. How you meditate on anger, analyzing, cautioning many things, reason, giving more reason, right? Exactly, you need to opposite. But we don't have that much reason to think, be patient. Therefore, be learning here. So all the Shanti, they were line by line, giving you how to think it. As if you think it on that, that's you are meditating on patience then.
So it's a thinking process.
Thinking process, yeah, thinking process. You think loud. So how you think loud in attachment and anger. Same as attachment, right? Say attachment, you go to some shopping mall and then see something you really much like it, right? You want to buy it. But not that much strong mind there. I want to buy it, I'm going to buy it, but I want it. That's the beginning. You have that much mind, I want it. Then how you developing it? Then you will see how color is beautiful, how design is beautiful, how material is beautiful, and then what is the brand company? All this you are giving reason to make your desire developed it. Then you are not just saying, I want it. Definitely want it, right? I definitely want it. So, and then continuous thinking is not just say definitely want it. I'm going to do right now to buy it. That much our desire is developing to thinking and thinking and thinking how beautiful it is, right? So same way, think more about patience. We shouldn't have anger. That all giving reason here exactly help you to develop patience. Once you develop patience, and that's what we all want it, right? Okay. This is the one part, the one reason to how to analyze it. And then also next, again, saying this was 67. You are clear with the 66, right? Yeah, okay. 67?
67. Should one person ignorantly do wrong and another ignorantly become angry with the wrongdoer, who would be at fault and who would be without fault?
Okay. This is another way to think when you have anger, right? So you again, you may have a lot of reason to have anger, right? Because I never did wrong. It's not my fault, right? And whatever you're adding on that, you might have a lot of reason to, it's okay to have anger, right? But you are forgetting once you have it, then what happening to you, right? So therefore, and then if once you have the anger, then your reactions, how comes? Is this you are a better person than other who cause you harms? That's the same. Think, are you better than who harms to you? If you are not better than who harms to you, then you are the one of them who destroying world peace. You are the part of that who are destroying world peace because of her anger and reactions. It's the opposite of the, it is the actually destroying the peace, right? Whatever reactions and angers, whatever reactions comes by anger, it is opposite of peace. So therefore you are destroying other peace. You are destroying world peace. And how come you are better? If you are not better, then why you blame the other is bad? That's the said it. That's the new thing again. So I'm not better one. Even I have a way reason have a right to have anger, but still I'm not better, right? So if you want to really change to your world, or if you want to really change to your family and community and world, you shouldn't have anger. That's the set here. You shouldn't have anger first. That allows you to change your family, in like a neighbors and everything. Once you have anger, there are no cause and condition to change environment. There are no cause and conditions to change everything in the family, friends, and whatever, because there are two fires there. Only the leftover is burning, right? One side is fire, one side is water. Then we have a chance to extinguish that the fire, right? The both start firing, and then having a sad, it's happening in Amazon jungle, a lot of animals getting out. Okay, so but the both start fire, then what is left over? Only the burning things, right? What is only the destroying things? So therefore, if you really don't like who harms to you, you shouldn't act exactly same as like them. Doesn't matter what you have a right things, how many right and right reasons, doesn't matter. You shouldn't act exactly like them. So that gives you hope. That's the one good what to practice to change everyone's. That's not said it here. Otherwise, someone doing harms to you by their own ignorance, but you also doing harms to them by ignorance. Both are doing by the ignorance as the same reactions, harming each other. And then how comes you are better persons? This is not another way to think or analyze to reduce your anger.
What's the most compassionate way if someone is angry, they say lots of angry words, they go on and on, to stay there with compassion and understanding, or maybe leave without anger?
I think, someone have anger, even not shows anger back, they're having anger, right? That's happening, right? So we just try to quiet and we just try to be more gentle, but still they're having anger because, oh, you are ignoring me, or you are not pay attention to me, or you are not love to me, whatever you said it. But they're really expecting to the answer for their anger is answer, like an answer for their anger is anger. Then there continues burning. This is very much a possibility in our life. There are many people there like this. But as you are calm, and even they're having anger because you are not showing anger back, that is that you have the choice. Shouldn't have anger back. Because even you show anger back, still they're having anger. But you are pouring more gasoline on that. But you are not showing anger back is at least you are not pouring gasoline on that. But that's more better help. And then continuously doing it, then that person will see it one day. Right? This takes time.
In compassion.
Of course.
But if they continue, is it time to, if it's on the phone or in a room, to leave the room, just wishing them well, but not to continually listen to them, the ongoing anger. No need to retaliate, very compassionate, but to leave and go somewhere else.
Yeah, if we have a choice until we become a strong patience practice and compassion practice, we just stay away from them. We do not choice. It's one family in one room. Let's not really have a choice to avoid that much, right? So therefore, at the part that's the circumstances. I think more just calm, and then. But sometimes not smile, right? To smile is something causing more anger. It's just calm. This is, it's a very strange person. People are. We try to be smile to reduce their anger, but it causes them more anger. That's so funny. This is actually how we think it. Actually, whatever is, you should be more calm. Try not have anger inside continuously. That's affected them to reduce their anger. It's again, you shouldn't expect it in 1 or 2 days. It takes more time to let them realize it, understand it, right? That's I think it to do it. So okay, anyhow, now you understand the verse 67 saying, right? You should be the water, not fire, and gives you hope. It gives you change. So do not look at the reason why I'm not fault or their fault, whatever reason. Do not think on that. If you think on that, you are meditating on anger against them, right? You are meditating on angers. Once you meditate on anger, and then two fires there. So therefore, you shouldn't think even you have a right thing to think, or even you are right, even you are not wrong. People will understand, but it takes time. They will not understand at the moment, but it takes time. They will understand in the future. This is okay then, right? So therefore, continuously try to be patient. There's another analysis here to giving reason how to think it, right? Okay. So now go to next one. As Judy said it, like a 68. I think this is more. This too could be secular. It's not necessary as Buddhism, right? You're right. If you are bad, you are reaction back, then how come you are better? You should be. This is more secular. And then above are like a saying, like a inanimate beings and inanimate things, or equal harms and why you're here. And this all reasoning, what you're thinking it's more secular actually. The next, the 68 is more Buddhism now. So anyhow, we're going to read it one time.
Why did I previously commit these actions, because of which others now cause me harm? Since everything is related to my actions, why should I bear malice towards these enemies?
Yeah, this help to people who are Buddhist, who accept karma. It's a lot of help because understanding is karma. Then whatever experience I'm having right now, feeling joy and happiness, suffering, its main substantial cause is my karma, and that there are the condition who are yelling me, who are being nice to me, or whoever their condition, whatever their condition, to arising my the substantial karma, which having this experience. So main is my karma. So which is I done in my previous life, which is I done in these things. So therefore, thinking that way is actually our Tibetan community. Everyone says like not the young generation is a little bit changed. The old earlier, everyone's saying in their house, karma, it's my karma. This is one thing they repeating again and again say. Or there's all sin and mother sin and being. They are these two words repeating in their daily life. All mother sin and beings. Or it's my karma. It's a lot of help them to calm down. Right? This is their belief. So anyhow, so this is the help in there. That's I said, a lot of help. But still, this is the Buddhist business. But we can learn from here. Say even karma, the actions we don't have to go previous life. Something happening wrong right now to me because my earlier life actions. That's right. This is, you can think as karma. My earlier life did some actions. Now it's affecting to me right now. So someone comes back to you, revenge, and then it harms to you. It's actually the revenge means you must done something earlier. Therefore, they're taking revenge, right? Or my parents did something. So whatever. So just stay with your example. As I done something earlier. Now they take revenge to me. It harms to me. I'm the one part of this. I'm the one cause of this, to having my own suffering who harms done to me, right? So this is the same way to think karma. This is also secular, I think, right? Yeah.
I have my friend who's Taiwanese, and her mother, she has some Buddhism, but she believes in the Buddha.
Oh, okay.
And her mother had a very hard life, and she probably has a little bit of depression.
Mm-hmm.
And she will say to her daughter, and George tells me, that when bad things happen, it is her karma. And I get the sense from her that her mother is thinking that she
I
has
see.
that life, and
Mm.
it's all her fault. She has, I think, the guilt or it's heavier
Mm-hmm.
than that. So when she says it is my karma, she's blaming herself, and she's also feeling bad about herself, and
I
saying
see.
that all this bad stuff is happening to me because it's me. I did all this.
Mm,
And also
okay.
is blaming herself too.
Mhm.
So I think this is maybe extreme. I think
Another extreme, yeah.
I think
So yeah, they are not perfect way to think it. It's they're making me here. Actually, we said your previous karma done, and then the previous person is I'm here. Who am I? That's this very much mixing together, right? If they think my previous one done, they will not have that much like a sadness on self, you know. So yeah, this is one extreme to cause them. That's true. Okay, but here, even like people who accept karma, the funny things is, so sorry.
It's good, some funny things.
Yeah, the funny things is saying here, whatever you have good things, oh, it's your karma. Easily accept it. Oh yeah, I'm beautiful. I'm happy. Easily accept it. If you have bad things, it's your karma. How come? It's impossible. Why are you accepting good things as your karma? If so, then bad things is also same. But when we talk bad, something happening with your bad things, it's your karma, then you are questioning, how comes? It's impossible. Right? There's good things easily accept, but this is not just karma, it's one of our common thought in human being. Say, whatever you have a good quality, who did this? I did this. Right? Whatever you have a bad quality, who did this? My parents did this. My teacher did this. My school did this. My environment did this. Why you are not? Right? This is how we think actually in commonly. So everything good, I did it. They're forgetting every other cause and condition. They're forgetting their parents to have hard work. They're forgetting school. They're forgetting teachers. They're forgetting everything. I did because therefore I'm better scientist today. I'm better professor today because I did it. My effort, right? But something wrong with you, never say I did this, right? You always blame to someone or something. This is the funny things I said it.
Once I realized, let's say a person's very depressed and saying it's my karma, and ideally to meditate on patience, to burn that negative karma, not to sit in the depression.
The patience practice is, I don't know, it's burn your negative karma, the previous one, unless you do not have any power. That's we are. The burn karma is you are more saying purified, the purification practice, right? It's more, again, this is more religious part, the purification, and you have to believe on that again. And then, but the patience practice definitely stop do you have anger future, right? And then stop to you an anger at the moment. But the previous what you had it or your negative karma, that patience, how much help, I don't know, maybe not. Right, it's done and it's whatever you have it. But it's definitely help you in the moment and future. That's we wanted that, yeah.
So how would you change keeping credit when it's good and not when it's bad?
I see.
Anything that you can do
Yeah.
if you do something good, say, oh yeah, I'm so awesome, and then something bad happens like your parents.
Yeah.
How do you change that?
You should be honest more. We all not honest actually. We are not honest, therefore it thus comes. And then again, more analyze it. It's really only me and myself have the cause of this like good qualities. It's really only they are the cause of bad qualities, you know. So, but our mind is driven to like what I wish it, what I want it, right? Even you go to talk to someone, you are talking to them based on what you wanted. Every single word connected with what you wanted, connected with the words you don't want it. That's how we express our conversation to others, right? If you're looking job and then go to the interview, every single word you're saying here to relate it with the I'm good and capable and everything this is, because this I want it, right? This is one example. And in even our daily conversations, you test it, okay? Always there, whatever they're using the word, it's related with their wish. Either they want it, either they want it, don't want it, or either they like it, or dislike it. It's always related. When they dislike it, they use different terms. If they like it, same reason, they use different terms. That's how we understand each other. So therefore, it's based on going your wish. So therefore, change your wish. You really need to analyze on your wish, liking or disliking. You analyze on that. So therefore, you will. Sometimes we dislike it. We should like it. Sometimes we like it. We shouldn't like it. Right? So that's happening with us. Therefore, if you more calm mind and analyze, then you will see what you are really doing it, and then where you told positive or negative. That's the things, yeah. Yeah. So okay. So this is another funny thing. Everything, the word and conversation related with what you wish it. Easily what we can see, oh, what really he's saying or she's saying, what really they wanted. Easily we can understand where they express their word, related with their wish. That's not called is honest, right? You are not saying exactly what happened. You are not saying exactly the reality and what you wanted. So you are more making it up. So to fulfilling your wish. That's not how we talk. That's not how we conversation with others. Do you agree? So, but you test it, okay? You test it on that. But at first you test it to yourself. Then you will understand better to others, right? Okay. And then the next line saying 69 is continues talking on karma, but please one time read it.
When I have seen this to be so, I should strive for what is meritorious. Right? Meritorious?
Meritorious, yeah.
In order to certainly bring about loving thoughts between all.
Okay. So, but it's like, again, the point of Buddhism, anything you have a problem or suffering in your life, or someone harms to your life, it's always some cause and condition. It's you are the one of the cause and conditions, and then you are the main substantial cause and conditions. So thinking that, it says like once you understand that, then why not use your energies and spend all this time and lives are to just do more, help others and better positive. Let's say they do more positive. Why not use your all this time, energy and time for collecting the virtuous things, collecting the merit things. So because anyhow, what you're having suffering and harm done for someone, it is because you are not collected enough virtue in the previous life. That's the same. You are created more negative karma in previous life. Therefore, you're having harms by others. Still, you are like a harming back. You're creating more like this. So therefore, if you really want to stop to someone harm done to you, you should stop to change act reaction negative. That's the stuff. And then it's help you this lifetime. It's also help you the future lifetime. It's try to change your karma. Right? It's stay with the positive. like karma is positive, karma is virtues, and then this is the reasonable, this is the more like what you call, never waste the time, whatever you have time and energies, because you're doing what's good, that's result comes good to you. That's again remind me the Shantideva text, the line, one line, we all want to free from suffering, but we keep running after the cause of suffering. It said that, right? We all want to be happy, but we keep destroying cause of happiness. It's same as like here. So this line is talking about same things, right? This is very powerful actually. We want to free from suffering, but we keep running after the cause of suffering. This is very powerful, right? So if you run after the cause of suffering continuously, how you will be free from suffering? And once you're not free from suffering, how you will be free from anger then? There no way, right? So therefore, this line is very strong and powerful for me. Sometimes I'm just repeating myself. There are no reason to have anger and something like that. So just hang around, just sit down, eat meal, and then immediately remember, and then think, oh, repeating it, how beautiful. And then thinking on that. This is how we need to analyze actually. So yeah, we are keep running after the cause of suffering, which is reactions bad and negative thought and intentions bad. Then this is all the cause of suffering. But keep wishing, keep praying to free from that kind of suffering, free from harm done for others, from others. You know. So, but you are creating more. Someone harms to you because of your reactions, right? The revenge never end if you not change. So therefore, once revenge comes, and then you cannot say you cannot wish and pray that I'm free from there. It's not help, right? But your actions more help to stop that revenge. So therefore, this is all the point. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. That was 69. And then if you have a general question or like a comment, suggestion, or discussion things, yeah, very welcome. You don't have a question? I'm looking to Gloria. You.
Oh, you're looking at me. I thought you were looking at Judy.
Oh, my eyes not like this. You have any question? General, not related with this topic, like a general topic. It says over difficulty in overcoming daily life. It could be related with you, which comes to this class. It could be not, because we go by line, right? So yeah, Judy, what do you want to say?
Well, recently, my son has a problem with anger. Because his first reaction often is anger.
Okay.
He's had a lot of medical problems, so he's been very angry at the doctors who he's been dealing with. And so he texts me, and all these texts that will this angry stuff in it. And if I'm not really careful with my words, he'll interpret what I say as not supportive, and then he gets angry at me. And this has been happening. So I think we finally got past it, because I was finally able to express myself in a way that he saw that I was hurt by his anger. And he apologized. So I thought that was like a major thing between us. Never happened before. So, and I think it's because probably I've learned here a better way of communicating.
Yes, sometimes our advice is, I'm not related with you, is I just remind me one family, they are a Tibetan family, and then the wife always asking me a question when she has a problem. And then my answer would be patient, be nice, right? My answer was always like that. And then she is not really satisfied with my answer. And I tested, why not? Then she really wants to revenge, like she needs some kind of good technique to revenge it, good technique to make them blame it, good technique to like show to them what I'm doing good. So this is like causing more fighting actually. And then that at the point of that, I'm like out of like help. But sometimes that's the people want to hear someone like someone comes to you and you really dislike that person, right? At the very beginning, when you asked me, say, oh, this person is very bad because of this and that, if I said this person is not bad, never ever listening, never ever listening. But the best technique, you should say, oh, how bad it is. That's how you should start it. Sometimes we starting that way. Yeah, how bad it is. It's not really mean that, but I need to be calm down first, right? So how bad it is. Yeah, how come that it to you that like this? And they are calm mind, then slowly change that topic to not really bad, you know. So that's the one technique we do it. The way beginning is just be nice and nice and nice. I thought it's not help. I found it's not help. And then because they're not listening. When they're not listening, the all this empty word. Why we need to spend time for that? So therefore I say, oh yeah, it is how bad it is. You know, why they harmed, why they did that. So a little bit emphasize their hearts. Just say they are bad. They're happy, right? That's the only they want to hear it first time. And then they're happy and relaxed. And then talking and then change. Say, oh, not really bad. That's one thing. But your mind shouldn't think it is bad, but saying it is different, right? Saying here is more like help them. Yeah, even it's lie. It is lie, then help them. But it could be right. It's like it's harms, right? It could be right, but still there are another way to think instead of harms. That's the continuous we're talking on that. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Okay then. So we're going to stop here. So I have like a few technique talks here in Shandideva. My help. What you need to do is go back, repeat that line, and analyze on that instead of anger and attachment. So you have a very good example how I analyzing on anger and attachment. In the same way, do with the patients. Very easy to understand, right? Okay. Gloria, can you click please stop the recording? Have a nice weekend. So from September to like middle of October, Anitendra, the one non-Anitendra will talk because I have to travel to